Welcome to another Foodie Files video. Today we are making this incredible strawberry jelly cheesecake. Oh my goodness, you guys. Not only does this cake look absolutely pretty, but it is so yummy. I can't even describe it. So let's get right into it. First, I'm going to crush some Oreos. I actually ran out of Oreos when I was making this recipe, so I used some biscuits. So you might see some white crumbs in my biscuit mixture. Just know that I ran out of Oreos. So just crush your Oreos using a rolling pin. And once you're done, you're going to melt some butter and mix that with your crushed Oreos before you transfer to your cake tin. And then you just want to press it in gently at the bottom of your pan to create that cheesecake base, and that is it. And then to prepare our cream cheese mixture, we're just first going to soften our cream cheese. Make sure you use cream cheese at room temperature. It's just going to make this process a lot simpler for you. Then once you're done softening the cream cheese, you're going to add some yogurt and mix that with the cream cheese. Then add some sugar. I actually prefer custard sugar for this just because the grains are a lot smaller, but if you don't have custard sugar, that's absolutely fine. You can use normal sugar and just mix it well. And take some boiling water in a small bowl, then take some gelatin powder, pour in some water into the gelatin powder and sort of create a double boiler just to melt that gelatin mixture, and then add it to your cream cheese mixture, and then once again mix. Then you're going to take some cream, take a hand mixer and whip the cream until it is nice and firm. Be sure not to overmix your cream, otherwise it'll turn to butter. Then take your whipped cream and add it into your cream cheese mixture, and then take your spatula and just kind of combine everything. Make sure you use folding movements just so you don't deflate all that air that we've incorporated into the whipped cream. Then just take your hand mixer once again to make sure everything is well combined and mixed through. Then take your spatula once again and just kind of gently fold. Then transfer this cream cheese mixture into your cake tin, and then you're going to freeze this for about an hour. This cake does take a while because you have to freeze all the layers in between, but it is well worth the effort at the end. Just smooth out any lumps and bumps at the top. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then you can freeze for an hour. In the meantime, we are going to prepare our second, or rather our third layer of the cake. So take some cut up strawberries, some sugar and some lemon juice, put it in a saucepan and let it come to a boil. Then you're going to take a stick blender and you're just going to blitz it and puree the strawberry mixture. Then you're going to take some gelatin, mix it with some water, just swirl it around. There's no need to really mix it thoroughly. Then pour that gelatin mixture into your strawberry puree and combine well. Make sure the gelatin is well dissolved. Then you're going to take that once it's cooled down and you're going to pour it into your cake tin on top of that cream cheese mixture. Then again, you're going to freeze for an hour. Then once your third layer is frozen and set, you are going to take some water, mix it with some gelatin, and just swirl it around so that the gelatin blooms. In the meantime, you're going to take water and add it into a saucepan together with some sugar and some lemon juice. Just stir that together until the sugar is well dissolved. Once the sugar is dissolved, you're going to take your gelatin mixture and you're going to add it to your water. This is basically how jelly is made. So we are basically making clear jelly here. Then set that aside to cool and then cut up the base of some strawberries. Just cut the green ends. So I used about, I think, about 30 strawberries if I'm not mistaken for this recipe, and my pan was about 15 centimeters wide. So just to give you a rough idea of how many strawberries you'll need, and obviously this will vary depending on the thickness of the strawberries as well, so but just a rough estimate. Then take the strawberries that you cut in halves and just place them along the perimeter of your pan. Just arrange them nicely, and then take the strawberries that are still whole and arrange them in the middle of the pan. You will notice that once you add your jelly on top of the strawberries, they will move around, they will kind of float around, so, and this might cause the strawberries to just kind of move around while you're transferring it to the freezer. But anyway, the cake still looks amazing either way, so don't worry too much about it. And pour that jelly on top of your strawberries and freeze for 30 minutes. And the cake is done. Just take a warm towel and just kind of warm the outside of the pan so that it's easy to slide the cake off of the pan. Then place on top of a glass and then just wiggle the pan off of the cake. There you go. And then remove the baking paper. And there is our pretty cake. How pretty is this cake? Not only is it pretty, but it is absolutely delicious. Look at that, so yummy. I hope that you guys do try out this recipe and let me know what you think in the comment section. And as usual, please don't forget to like and to subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed this video and that you give this recipe a thumbs up and a try in your own kitchen. Cheers, guys.